So I'll give you an example, and I'm going to use, I'm proudly going to use my DG leader to give this example. So, Mr. Mbugua works in Westlands, and kwa pita zake, he has noticed that I think we need to set up a food joint. Him and his girlfriend or fiancé, if he's there. So Mbugua starts selling food. He sells breakfast, he sells lunch, and also he does supper. So akitoka job 5 anapitia kuangalia how the business has been during the day. So Mbugua has a till number. Yeah, 30 Absa. So it means that you pay bill, and you also have a till number that is also connected to his account. So he has a till number. He has an option of buy goods. All these are his lines of collecting cash, as well as he also pick cash. People can pay in cash. So this Mbugua's joint has grown. He has 3 waitresses and 2 chefs. He pays them 1,000 every day. So he has a wage cost of 5,000 per day. Okay, Mbugua in a month he has customers that gives him revenue of almost 450,000 shillings. Okay, so yes, let's use 500. Yes, so Mbugua is making 500,000 in a month. Those are his gross sales. And because Mbugua is in Westlands, he has been privileged that those corporate guys, his food is so nice that those corporate guys, they go eat at Mbugua's joint. Some even order for delivery to be delivered in those offices. The point is, in a year, Mbugua is making over 5 million shillings currently. Okay? Yes. And Mbugua is paying his employees per month, because he's paying them 1,000 casually, he's paying them 30,000 every month. Now, let me use another example. Rachel works in Westlands. He's from this church, and he knows Mbugua has a joint. So Rachel is undergoing a KRA audit in his office. Okay? When I say a KRA audit, I mean that once in a while, or when you're in business, KRA tends to visit just to confirm whatever you're doing, if it's in compliant. Not only KRA, we have different authorities that can come to your business just to check. Okay? So, thanks to Pastor Sarah, you keep that tab open. So let's move to this other end. When Rachel is under audit, the KRA guys ask him, where can we eat? So Rachel, in good faith, knowing that he's supporting Mbugua, where does he refer them to? Mbugua's. So they get to Mbugua's place. They see how he's operating. Mbugua has, those red receipts that we buy, the receipt book. So when he sells, he issues them that they pay against those receipts. So while Mbugua is doing that, Mbugua, he believes that, hey, Mtumwana Rachel is even giving them discounts. And after that, the KRA guys leave. While they leave, they make some observation. There are things that are missing at Mbugua's place. Mbugua has not displayed his permit from Kanjo's. Mbugua has not displayed his KRA pin in his business. Yeah? Mbugua has not displayed his health certificates from the Nairobi City Council. So these guys, after they are done, they come the next morning and they come with a letter demanding Mbugua to show them all the documents as well as to provide all the financial records. However, Mbugua, in his knowledge, he believed that this was just a side hustle, so Mbugua does not maintain records. Okay? Mbugua goes to Quickmarts, he buys vegetables and all those things, but he does not keep records. So while KRA is here, Mbugua has nothing to show off apart from a used receipt book that he has been maintaining, and it has not been consistently updated. So what happens? KRA writes to Mbugua requesting for bank statements and M-Pesa statements. While Mbugua is hesitant, he has a friend. He has a friend who has dealt with KRA before, and he engaged him. Who does he engage? No. We have agreed while I'm here, you address me as CPA James. So Mbugua contacts CPA James. Okay? So while he contacts me, I break it down like how the requirements are. You need to be having receipts, and because we are in 2025, those receipts, they can't just be receipts. They have to be e-Teams receipts. Yeah? Because that's what is regulating businesses. Mbugua is like, and am I supposed to give them my ABSA statement? Am I really supposed to give them my M-Pesa statements? And I tell him, yes, you're supposed to give them because we're in 2025. But as we move forward, we'll see that from now, July, they won't be requesting for them. The bill has a proposal and a clause that they can get your statements without asking. They will write directly to the bank. So, Mbugua is slapped with a fine of 100,000 for failure to register for VAT. You see, he's making 500,000. So in a year, he's making 6 million. So he has bet the threshold in 2025, 2026. Ameshapitisha 5 million. So, but from July, at least itapanda, he will be supposed to get to 8 million. Yes, so that will be the threshold. If you're below 8 million, you're not supposed to register for VAT. But the other taxes that are there that you're supposed to pay. Are we together? So, Mbugua is slapped with 100,000 fine. And also, because he's over 5 million, what they normally do, they calculate 16% of the 5 million. Okay? So, Mbugua is supposed to pay a fine of 100,000. He's also supposed to pay the VAT that he has not been paying of all the 6 million. Are we together? Despite that, Mbugua has no receipts. So, he has no receipts for all the purchases he made. So, they are considering his sales as his profit. So, from his 6 million that he's making, he's supposed to pay a corporate tax of 30%. So, we like it or not, Mbugua's food joint becomes a one-time because now he has to close and start sorting these things with the issues, these KRA issues. Because now, for him, he told them, I did not know I was supposed to do this. But as they say, ignorance is not defense. So allow me to just take you through. I'll give you the notes maybe. Maybe you'll see some two cases that I've quoted. One is one for two large companies. One was building, one makes tires, and that ruling was done in February 9, 2015 by Justice Odunga, the famous High Court judge, whereby these guys had implied that we did not know we were supposed to maintain these records. We did not know we were supposed to do this and this and this and this. But Odunga implied that ignorance is not defense, and they were supposed to pay around 2-point-something billion. Are we together? So while we check this, there are no more there are normal business regulations, or there are normal laws that a business, either you have registered a business, either you're in a partnership, either you run a company, or you have not done that, but you're doing business. That means you are trading using your own personal PIN. Yeah? If you have not registered a business and you are trading, let me use another friend of mine. It's called Brian. Brian, if you have not registered a business for your farming or for your agriculture activities that you are doing, ideally, we assume that you are trading using your personal PIN. So any income that you make, any profits that you make, it's supposed to be attached to your personal PIN. And we will come to that and see how they are able to get you to that point. So mbio, there are those normal formalization policies or compliance requirement. Registration of a business. Yeah, you need if you have done tendering for something, you will see they ask you for a CR12. That is what, when you register, that's what you get when you register a business or a partnership. Things like business permits and licenses, those ones, I believe, if you have a station, you must be having them, because the Kanjo guys will always pass, either it's from Kiambu County or Nairobi County or anywhere that you have set your business. Also, there are other compliances like tax compliance. Do you pay your tax on time? Do you adhere to the tax structure that is in place? Mbogua was paying his employees 1,000 shillings on a daily basis. He did not know that he's supposed to deduct PAYE, because the threshold for PAYE is if you are paying someone anything above 24,000, and this applies even to those house managers. If you're paying your house manager over 24,000, you're actually supposed to deduct PAYE. You're supposed to deduct SHIF. You're supposed to deduct NSSF. Yeah. Now, if he gets a bad advisor and chooses to go to the labor laws and just say, I was being paid 24,000, they never paid. He will say they never paid my NSSF and SHIF and PAYE. You'll be entitled to pay them for all the years that he or she has worked for you. Yeah, because these are laws. These are laws. So we have other laws. We have other. I think the taxes that are there. There is VAT. There is PAYE. There is excise duty. We have turnover tax. Yeah. And now there are those statutory deductions, the ones I'm mentioning, the SHIF, NSSF, and housing levy. And then we have the environmental ones. If you have set a business, unauza juice pale Regen, you require an EMA license because of that waste. And surprisingly, you might fail to pay it. For example, I've seen businesses that have not paid NEMA. Just small joints for juices and sugarcane. And it's a license that will cost you maybe 4,500, and you have not paid it. So when NEMA comes and find you do not have that license. You know how NEMA can be crazy. They will ask you for 100,000. That will be the penalty, and you'd have paid 5,000. It would have taken you for the 12 months. So what I'm trying to say is that compliance is key, and compliance is very important. And if you're in business, let me ask you, did you know that even if you're working from home and you're doing business, you're supposed to have a license or a permit if you're doing business even from home? If you are running any business activity from home, you're supposed to have a license, even if you're doing it from home and you're paying rent. Business, it's a business, yes. And in the proposed finance bill, the one that is there, if it passes, if it's enacted and it becomes a law from 1st July, I would advise you just start paying, because the government has power to get into your records. They can see money coming in, they can see money going out. So what does that mean? This money that is coming in, what is happening to that person? Is he employed or is she employed? No. Does she run a business? Yes. Is that business registered? No. So that is our number one target. Yeah. Does he have the required licenses? So you need to put those small ground rules. We call them founding structures. They are very simple. At the beginning of the year, or when your financial year ends, or when your licenses expire, please apply for new ones. If you have employees, try and check what does the law says about my business on these employees. So I think having mentioned the types of taxes and types of compliances, allow me to just go through the proposed amendment to the finance bill. I have to keep time so that I'm invited again. Yeah. Yeah, I have 5 minutes. Yes. So there are a few changes. One, the turnover tax. Before, the threshold was between 1 million to 25 million. So if you are making sales between 1 million and 25 million, you are supposed to register for turnover tax. And I will tell you why. For example, your business does not allow you to keep records. You are a farmer. Yeah? You can't keep records of your purchases or of your expenses. You won't get them because you pay casuals, you buy fertilizers from those small joints that they don't even give you receipts. They don't give you ETIMS receipts. So they are reducing the threshold to 500,000. What are they doing? They are targeting the small businesses. And this is a tax that is paid 1% of the gross sales that you make. Okay? There is another change that is coming into place, which is VAT. The threshold for VAT has always been 5 million. So if you are making 5 million sales, you are supposed to register for VAT, to be registered for VAT. Now, they're increasing the limits to 3 more. So until you get to 8 million, that's when you're supposed to do what? To register for VAT. Okay? There's also presumptive tax that is being expanded. Those farmers who farm coffee, if your parents do coffee, they do tea, they do Hass avocados, Camon avocados. So now there's a presumptive tax of 2% that is coming to all the agricultural product. What does that mean? If you sell a crate of avocados at 2,000, there's a 2% that belongs to the government. Okay? If you export coffee or if you sell coffee, there's a 2% tax that is coming into place. I'll go to the main one. I'll close with the main one, where I wanted to base my discussion on, which is the finance bill seeks to delete this subsection, thereby granting KRA the authority to access data without prior consent or without a court order. So KRA would be empowered to integrate its system with those of businesses, enacting real-time access to transaction data. I've done some little research on this, and I think if you're not compliant and you're doing a business, please, you have to be. This is how it will be working. All the data that M-Pesa has for, let's say, for example, Shiro, they can see his number. Shiro banks with Stanbank, so all the data is there. What is going to happen? KRA is going to come up with a system that that will be granted access to these banks. Even M-Pesa operates as a bank, so they will easily be able to access all the data that is there. If they want to see anything about Shiro, they just put Shiro's PIN number. So a PIN number is one of the requirements for you to open an account. So I put Shiro's PIN number. I can see all the transactions. I'm seeing a lot of money coming in. Shiro is being paid a lot of money. And because Shiro is in the content creation world, is being paid, and from her payments, I can see any withholding taxes being declared, and Shiro does not even declare those incomes because maybe Shiro runs as an individual. So at the end of the day, all the money that has come in for Shiro, she normally actually files nil return. Okay? And she does it. And she actually does it at the beginning of the year. So she's for her, she knows she's compliant from the beginning of the year. But what this will do, even to businesses, there will be a lot of audits coming in place, because we can see they normally they don't care where the money is coming from. If you have dealt with KRA officers, they take everything that is coming in, those debits in your statements, all those debits that have come into your statement, they will presume that as money in. Okay? So if you are paid 1 million that year, they will take the 1 million, multiply by 30%, and that is what you are going to pay. If you are running a business, you have a till number, please make sure that now you separate the two. You have a till number that is for business, and you have your own personal line that you can defend that this is for my personal activities. This is things that happen now. These are things that have been happening even in the corporate world. There's a specific phone that is used for company M-Pesa, because the director does not want anything that is going to tie to him. What am I saying? Let's comply. Let's comply.